Welcome, inquisitive minds, to Antioch Urban's Growing Community, Chapter 13, Episode 13.
Yay! Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. So that's Mark. I'm Maggie. And we always start off with accomplishments and brags. And by now, episode 13, if you've been following along this long, you know who all of us are. So tonight we have Tabitha joining us. This is only her second or third time joining us. And Levi's joining us. It's only his second or third time joining us. So we'll get to hear all about what's going on from them. So Tabitha, why don't you start us off this week with accomplishments and brags, if you would, please?
I would say an accomplishment is I actually took some things off of my plate so that I can attend to pre-existing commitments more thoroughly. I had a few too many plates spinning, so I actually convinced myself to let my body rest a little bit, let my brain rest, take some time off from work coming up. So to me, that is an accomplishment because I'm just like, let me do more and more and more and more and more and pile more on. So that's my biggest accomplishment.
Good job.
For the past number of weeks. So make more time. And now I can come up to the farm and start doing gardening shenanigans.
Yay,
because I have a few
shenanigans.
plates that I've distributed elsewhere. So I'm excited.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you, Tabitha. You want to choose who shares next?
Levi.
You're on Brad. I mean, you're on.
You're still on mute, Levi. There you go.
Can't hear you.
I'm not on mute.
There you
Okay,
go.
there you are.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Huh, weird. Yeah, thank you for sharing. So I guess since last time I tuned in here, we kind of finished up the plumbing. We got it full pressure, 50 PSI throughout the whole property. And then 60 PSI down at the very lowest point, which is perfect. We also figured out a way to pump the water from below to the upper greenhouse so that because the middle greenhouse collects the most water, so we can actually pump it up where we use it the most. And then today, Ben and I got an identical pump to the one that's in the upper greenhouse for the second greenhouse. So one of those big ones that have a lifetime warranty. We've got another second one. So now that can really move some water quick, or we can just pressurize the whole system from down below. So that'll be cool coming up this week. Yeah, did more videos, went to the first CGA, and that was a lot of fun. And yeah, other than that, working on some computers and power tools. So yeah.
Are you in your trailer?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's cozy.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's actually a lot bigger than I expected. I still have like half of my cabinets empty. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that'll be doing a lot of fun stuff, looking for mushrooms a lot, found some spots with some good ones. Liz and I found some big chicken of the woods and edible plants and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been my week.
Perfect.
So with that, I guess Liz.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing everything. You and Tabitha. So let's see. We did our dinner last Saturday, 2 days ago. It went really well. It was fantastic. And then we started posting for our next dinner. That's going to be at AUG, and we were starting to get a lot of buzz. We already have 3, 4, maybe even 5 reservations just from posting it today. So that's exciting. This thing is happening. It's going to be a lot of fun. I talked to Mark today that I can have all the ducks I need, which hopefully won't be like all of them, but it will be enough. So yeah, that's my biggest thing. I went mushroom hunting today, but no luck. Found some turkey tails and that was about it. And hopefully a good spot for some chicken in the woods in the future. Right. Woo.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I cleaned my room really well. That was an accomplishment. That kind of got, left behind in the week of preparing for the last dinner. So it feels good to like get all cleansed, cleared, restart. So, all right, I'm gonna pass it along. Let's see. How about Carl?
Yeah, I probably got more accomplished this past week than I care to admit to, but I did finish my grandmother's early autobiography, transcribing it. And I remembered that I have another source of history in that her oldest son, my uncle, Uncle Gabe, wrote a book. I think it was like 2005 or so, but called My Kansas Nebraska Acts, of his life, which started about, if I remember right, July 4th of 1921. So there's a lot of his recollections of his growing up in Topeka in that book, which is going to help me fill in the blanks, I hope, from when my grandmother ended her autobiography, which was about the time she met my grandfather, a little bit later, I think, to when they all moved to Topeka. So making headway there.
Mhm.
Coming to the conclusion that I'm probably going to be better off in the long run to buy my own cleaning equipment, like a new vacuum and cleaning rags and such, rather than hiring a maid, at least financial wise. So I'll probably be doing that here in this next week or so. And just resort to the fact that, yeah, I can't do it myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, not a whole lot else done. It's been kind of a lazy week other than that. So, finished documenting another box, the third box of my father's sketches, and dug out the last box, which was the box number 4. And I went through it briefly today. I found the earliest sketch from a figure drawing class he attended at Columbia when he was still in New Jersey. It was dated 1941. So a lot more history, closer to the soul there. So adding to my another goal to create another book about his life, which will be the complete works of his artwork. So it'll be and I'm trying to find another outlet through the Missouri Historical Societies here in Boone County and probably Phelps County too, to see if they have any interest in assisting with my endeavors with that. So lots to do.
Oh, for sure.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Uh,
Carl. Who would you like to go next?
You're welcome. How about Mac? Is Mac on board?
Mac is not on yet.
Oh, darn.
Jess and Michael. Jess and Michael are available.
No, I'll go with Michael.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
So I've had a busy couple of days. It's been pretty hectic these past 4 days. I've got a long list of things. The dinner at Locavore previously, I would like to say it went off without a hitch. It was wonderful. Plenty of people coming. A lot of food going out. A lot of people even asking for food and wanting to get a hold of more food. Got a couple of requests. Some people, I have been chit-chatting and doing a little bit of nighttime run around. And I have also spoken with a couple of people who, from the sounds of it, they would love to get a hold of some of this food. So I am currently doing some networking, talk about a busy schedule. I do have some unfortunate news, sadly. Coming up, probably sometime tomorrow, I may not be available. I'm unsure yet. I'm heading out of town to visit my grandmother. She is unfortunately on hospice. She's my great grandmother. She's the one who kind of started me on the path of cooking, and she hasn't seen me in about it's been a couple of years. I'd say I know it's well past like about 5 years. So she doesn't know what I look like. She doesn't know what's been going on. Last time she heard me, I had joined the military. So currently at the moment her status is she's falling in and out of consciousness. I've been working on that. I've been running in and out of a hospital, also making calls with people today. I also got the news that my grandmother Jen, she is officially cancer free as well. So there's been a lot.
Yay.
Let's see. Yeah, I've finished my harvest on a couple of plants. I'm working on building on building up a couple more structures up at the corner grocery.
Suddenly we can't- Nope. Continue.
I would have to say some of the events that have come up have definitely put a smile on my face, especially during some of these trying times. But all in all, I'd have to, even with what's currently going on, I'd have to say it has been a interesting week. I will try my best to be vocal tomorrow. Feel free to check in. There is going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot going on tomorrow. Yeah. That's currently all I got right now.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay, Jess, you want to go?
Guys, so my biggest accomplishment this week was turning my ankle and spraining it badly. It was fun. But I did meet up with Mac this morning, and we got a lot of ducks in the freezer, and that was super fun. So they'll be ready for some delicious meals. That's about it. We did the locavore dinner. That was super delicious. And haven't done much this week. So I do need to brag on Mac because he's not here to brag. When I turned my ankle, he was amazing. And Dan was too. Like they fucking picked me up off, sorry, the language, picked me up off the ground, and Mac iced my foot and wrapped it. And it was just, he was so good. So, and then we still managed to get all the decks done, even though I was kind of hobbling around. But it was great. So that's about it. And is that everybody? Mark and Maggie, have you gone?
No,
Not yet.
Maggie's next.
Okay, Maggie.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your accomplishments and brags and other life updates with us. I treasure these Monday night calls for that very reason. Let's see, accomplishments and brags here. We got a garden planted here at the Green Goddess Sanctuary. Yay. You know, something went in the ground other than the garlic that went in last winter. So that's huge progress. What's else? We had our first work day of the community generated agriculture program up at Antioch Urban Growers, which is kind of, you know, we're advertising, not advertising, but we are promoting it as like a Saturday free gardening class. Show up and you will learn something new about how to grow things. And this, we're getting some sort of structure around it. Last Saturday, we got the lower greenhouse all in really great shape. People got to harvest spinach and kale for the very first time that they've never even seen the plants before. People got to interact with people that they are normally would never interact with. They got to just, you know, get dirty and finish a task, like go get complete. Like see a task from start to finish all in about an hour and a half. And it was wonderful and lovely. And you know, Levi was there with video equipment, and he had, I mean, I'm told we have all sorts of cool content and all, and I have seems like just about everybody got interviewed. Lizzie, I heard you had a really cool part of the conversation, and Michael and everybody, and yes, so it's going to be really, really fun. The post that we made on Facebook for it really went pretty far, so it should, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? I've got a new flyer that we can post for this week's that's got the picture of High Tunnel number 1, because that's going to be the focus of next week's workday is High Tunnel number 1, getting it the rest of the way planted out. So people are going to learn how to transplant baby plants. They're going to learn how to seed, direct sow seeds in the garden. They're going to learn how to do, I don't know what else. They'll learn something. I don't know what else is going on in the High Tunnel, honestly, just right now. So we're also looking at maybe making a daylily farm next week. We got a whole bunch of daylilies donated to us from a guy out in Olathe who is retiring from, you know, downsizing, you could say. That used to be something he did, and now he's downsizing to no longer do some of those things. So he's just been really generous and given us just tons and tons and tons of daylilies. So we got to get them in beds so we can start figuring out what they are. What else? And we also wanted to build a mushroom farm coming up at one of the next work days. So the south side of Lower Greenhouse, is what we're looking at doing, some sort of mushroom farm. But that's more Mac's project to talk about than mine, I think. So, other accomplishments in Bragg's, let me look through my memory banks. Which is not ever a good idea. I should take notes. My memory's not good. So I'll think of more things. And until then, Mark, what accomplishments and brags do you have this week?
Well, I just trimmed my mustache because every time I kiss Maggie, I got hair, I got moisture on my mustache. So I trimmed it. Now, every time I talk, I see my teeth. I haven't seen my teeth for a long time. So I do have teeth, see? That's, oh, and a lot of cool stuff. A lot of the customers are coming back from, every year they come back, and it's a lot of young families, and it just young guy, young gal, couples, and then some's got kids, and they've been coming in for years, and now they got little kids and stuff, and they're teaching them how to grow stuff. And it just amazes me how many people have started being like farmerish because of Antioch Urban Growers. And that just blesses me. I'm going to marry a couple. I think I may have mentioned that. That's one of those couples that just started coming in and they started getting into gardening and stuff maybe 3 years ago. And now they're getting married. And they're starting their own farm up. So they're getting married in Weston at one of these big barns. And they're going to get married by the justice of the peace because I no longer carry my credentials. I was a minister and had credentials and could marry people, but I don't carry those credentials anymore. So now they're getting married by the justice of the peace, but they call me hippie preacher. And so I'll be acting like I'm marrying these couples. And, they said at first I could do anything I wanted. I think some of the stuff I proposed to them scared them because I was like thinking of doing like a 70s rock and roll. Are you ready for love? Oh, baby, are you ready for love? Just getting into some real rock and roll stuff. And they're going, we think we just want it kind of simple, but then we're going to have them karaoke after the wedding and you can go wild. So I'll get to go wild, but they just want it they want it to be a country. They want it to be community, and they are going to get that. And they're also going to get serious because, man, it just seems like such an honor for someone to ask you to officiate such an incredible culmination a relationship and a commitment, and they want me to be there to seal that deal, kind of, sort of. So I feel honored about that. A lot of stuff, really cool stuff going on in seeds that we sowed in the past. A relationship, I mean, like a conversation would be 2 years ago, and then people are coming back and saying, remember when you said this, that, whatsoever, where I couldn't do it then, but I'd like to be part of it now. So it's really cool to see how seed comes up from past conversations, past relationships, past friendships, past acquaintanceships, and everything's just kind of really working towards fruit bearing. There's been a lot of seed sown, and now there's been a lot of growth, and I think we're going to really see a lot of fruit being bore at Antioch because of, well, y'all's being really committed to encouraging conversation, encouraging participation. Like Jess drove all the way from Lawrence today to literally just save the day. Really just, I mean, I learned so much and I was really awed by her precision and care for the birds, and at the same time creating a product out of the work of her hands and the experience that she's gained over the years. And it just such a blessing to have people share their gifts and their talents and their skills, their brags, their life. It's just such a pleasure to be part of this community. I just want to thank you all. And that just stokes me. And I'm going to go running really fast forward into the future with y'all, because we're going to take over the world one backyard at a time. Woo!
Hey, Mark.
Can you imagine me being an evangelist? This is what I did when I was a preacher. It just got people pumped up. And they'd be running around and sweating and dancing and shouting and running into walls and falling down and stuff. So you guys just get ready for a ride of your life. Ready? Let's do it. That's it.
Yay, thank you, babe. All right. I do believe that is everyone. So, okay, committees. Committees. So we've created some committees of people that say they want to play with, do certain things. Our first committee is marketing and events, which is, I don't remember who's on the marketing events committee anymore. I know I am, I'm pretty sure. I don't know who else, but here's what I know about marketing and events. Marketing, Levi has been sharing his knowledge about social media and doing different things than we've done before. So that's been getting more attention, different attention. That's been a good thing. We've also got in the marketing realm, well, I guess marketing, I don't know if it's marketing, what?
Well, Levi's in there too. You can share it too. Yeah.
What else? You want to share some marketing stuff, Levi?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, basically whenever we post, it's at kind of key times. Mondays, right before people get off work, they're usually on Facebook board waiting to get off on Monday. And so that's a good time to advertise just for the week. And then right after work is good. And then like if we have events on Saturdays, posting on, obviously the day before for the classes and stuff like that is good. But yeah, whenever we post something, as far as Facebook algorithm goes, you want to, everyone that shares it, just follow up basically and go to all the shared posts and answer all the questions timely. And as long as you do that kind of stuff, Facebook will keep bumping you up higher and higher on people's feeds until stuff will kind of go a little bit more viral that way. And yeah, so that's been pretty good. We got the QR barcodes, which help quite a bit for people to follow us and join the Discord. Yeah, and then just kind of cross promoting. We went to the Eat Local Expo, and so recorded a bunch of footage there and talked to a lot of people, and they all want to have us there and possibly teach here. So yeah, that'll everything that gets us more attention is good. So yep.
Yay, thank you, Levi. Good. Awesome. Events, here's the events I know about. On Monday, next Monday, the 25th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the symposium for our grant project we've been working on with the University of Missouri. Remember all those surveys y'all filled out, and there were some Zoom events that you went to, most of you went to. This is for you. This event is for you and for others, but it's really for the people who participated in those early on activities to be able to close the loop of like, what did we do with that data? What did we do with that information? What are we going to do with that information? So it's gonna be a really cool event. It's at the Student Union. It's also going to be online on Zoom. If you want to participate in it, there is an Eventbrite link, and I'll be posting something about it out to the Discord server so people can know about it. Yeah, yes, Mark is speaking at the event. Yes,
You can come and listen to your fearless leader. Enroll, and register people into the fight for the universe. Our universe. See my teeth?
you're awesome.
I haven't seen my teeth for so long.
It's so wild. You have teeth. Other events. Okay, we've got the on the 30th, there is the Fork to Farm. Is that what we're calling it, Lizzie?
Table to farm, because I'm bringing the table to the farm.
Oh yeah, girlfriend.
Yeah. Yes, first table to farm dinner. Gonna be in the upper greenhouse, hopefully. Could use a lot of help also from the community to get that worked out so that it's, you know, plants still can coexist with humans and get tables in there and space for food behind the planting area. Anyway, lots of things to work out and think about in the next couple weeks. I love you guys are nodding your heads. It's good. Good
Yes,
head nods. I'm
you
glad.
got it. What, Carl?
I'm gonna miss it.
Aw. Good. There'll be more. Don't worry. It's not gonna be the but yeah, it's gonna be hopefully we want to have 50 people there, and if we can get that many, you know, it could be a really good fundraiser for AUG, going towards all the other things that we want to be up to. So I think it'd be really helpful to have a lot of people volunteer their time, possibly to day of, weeks before, just I don't know. I'll let you know what I need. I don't know what I need yet, but I'll probably need lots of help.
Thank you, Lizzie. You got it.
Yeah. Okay. April 30th. Oh, and it'll be from 6 to 9. Is that okay with you, Mark? Like, does that time work?
It's that Friday night or Saturday night?
It's a Saturday.
There'll be a little mingling of people probably still coming in and out on that weekend, but yeah, they might charge them at the door if we don't have our 50 to say, here you go, you got the opportunity to stay for dinner, you know, all that stuff. So
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great. Cool. So that's that event.
And we have flyers for the event at the greenhouse, including posted on the bulletin board.
bulletin board, accomplishment of brag. I cleaned up the messy front room of the greenhouse.
He did accomplish. That's a huge accomplishment. It's actually not a dumping grounds for stuff anymore.
Woo!
Wonderful. So, okay, that's that one. And then on May 13th, we're looking at putting together a concert in the greenhouse, the upper greenhouse. Shane and his band. I don't know which band. I don't know if it's, I don't know the names of the bands. I do apologize. But
Seventh
Shane
Fire.
Stanton, what is it? Seventh what?
Seventh
Seventh
Fire.
Fire, I think. Yeah.
Seventh Fire. Okay.
Mhm.
And it's actually another band that he's bringing in from out of town, and they're gonna play. They may open with a couple of songs, but this is actually a traveling band.
Mm.
So they're on tour, and they're gonna stop by and use, if all goes well, it'll be at the greenhouse on that May 14th.
May the 13th on a Friday. Friday the 13th.
Nice.
So those are some events coming up that I know about. I don't have any media or any other information for the concert, but we've got information for the Locavore dinner on the Discord server, so we can be posting that, pushing that for socials.
Nice.
And I think that's really it for events, other than, you know, there's the work day. Oh my gosh, I was talking with Marty Kraft this morning, and he so wants to do one of our free gardening classes, like teach it.
He's a 50-year gardener.
So I don't know what he's gonna come up with, but we're eyeballing some Saturdays in early June. So don't know what we're gonna create. It might be something to do with this grass he's growing, the Bahia grass for the bioreactor project. So it's, I don't understand it. That's why Marty needs to come teach class on it. It sounds pretty cool. I got the condensed version this morning on Zoom. It was brilliant. Okay, so that's events and marketing. Garden planning. So that's kind of what you got, Tabitha? Saw you come on mute. What you got?
That was an accident. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Go back on mute then.
I'm going.
No.
Put her on amplifier. We're gonna amplify you.
Speaker view. Garden planning. So really, that's it. We already went through all that. That's everything I know. Anybody got any garden plans they want to share about? No?
Mm.
Okay. Garden planted here, garden planted there, garden planted everywhere. Oh, if this free Saturday gardening class thing takes off and gets too big for us to do at the one location, I would love for actually to add the other farms in the network as possible locations for free Saturday gardening classes. And they can go to whichever one's closest to them. We'll have to work that out. But if it gets, there's only so many people we can handle at once. So what a problem to have. Wouldn't that be great? Too many people.
It was the largest post I think I've ever seen. It's probably over 3,000 people, been to 3,000 people. So I've never seen one go to over 3,000 people before that we've been part of.
Well
So
done.
good job, Levi and crew, for saving and sharing all that stuff. Cool.
Okay, infrastructure and maintenance committee updates. Levi, you shared with us about the pressurized water system.
Yeah. Do you have questions about it or?
No,
other
but just
stuff?
anything else, infrastructure and maintenance you want to talk about? I was just kind of pulling that back to this topic.
Yeah, so I'm playing more with the Wi-Fi, gonna increase that strength a little bit more, as well as a couple more device like hotspots that will target other devices. Because as people, it seems when people come and go throughout the day that connect, I think those little Arduinos that are taking the temperature sensors are kicking people on and off the internet. And so I'm going to be addressing that. But also, we do need to get a hold of the UMKC guys, because with the screens on, they only last about 3 days. And then it takes over 12 hours to charge them. And so the data is not very consistent.
Hmm.
So Zhejiang said, shoot, the other guy said that he's coming up with new code that'll keep the screens off. But I haven't gotten a time frame from him yet when he will come by and implement that. But yeah, so that's one infrastructure thing that's next on the list to improve.
We're losing you. Can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. So weird. Okay. Yeah. Then of course the bathrooms work. Or the bathroom works, so that's nice. And then Ben and Nick and I decided the next project we're gonna do is potable water. So that'd be convenient just to have some drinking water available from the rain. Yeah. So that's kind of our next one.
Awesome.
Yep.
And you're gonna get that done in 2 weeks before the dinner, right?
Yeah, so the first time we're going to let anyone drink any of it is at your dinner. So that'll be the test run to see if it's potable or not. And if it's not, we'll just blame it on the duck.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Awesome. Thank you, Levi.
Yep.
I wanted to put a plug in here and maybe a request for the automated irrigation system of the lower greenhouse be somewhere on that list. That's just gonna save us a ton of time and money by just having that be done with straw down and all that stuff. So I think all we need, I don't know what's necessary, and I don't really need to understand it. I just would love to be told what it is, and I can go with the shiny card and go get it.
Okay. Yeah, Ben and I spent a while down there talking about just that. In fact, we went over to I can't remember his name, the guy's house that we got the pump from, but he had it's a little house with a bunch, like almost an acre kind of behind it, but he had a whole kind of shed full of drip line, huge spools of it. But Ben and I talked about it, and my only concern, we can definitely do it. It's not even very difficult. The question would be, it's not going to be as efficient with the water, obviously, as watering it, spot watering or watering it by hand, because everything's just going to get an equal amount of water, whether it needs it or not. So that's a choice you guys can kind of think about too, is when we would use the irrigation or when we need to be a little bit more conservative with the water.
Is the lower greenhouse all one zone?
No, but I noticed the beds have different plants in them at like different sections.
Mhm.
So it would be per bed would be on or off. So some of the beds, are only half, like have, spinach that's, 10 inches tall. The other half's just dirt with seeds in. So I don't know as far as, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how much water it actually consumes doing it automated versus spot watering it. So yeah, other than that, yeah, we can do that.
It's better for the plants. It's better for everything that, even if we use more moisture, the spot watering, a lot of it runs off and it just doesn't, where if it's a constant drip, believe it or not, it uses it up. It keeps that moisture in the soil longer. And once it has moisture in it, it maintains moisture because we can cover it with straw. So we can actually set the water differently after we get the beds nice and saturated, or, to that point where it's holding moisture real well. It just will eventually work out where it's much more practical and even less usage, just to keep it at a certain level rather than trying to put a bunch of water on it because it's dry and most of it runs off the sides.
Cool.
And we have a whole bunch of drip tape as well over at Maggie's. We have some big spools of it here too.
Okay.
So really all we need is actually a plan and a few different maybe valves or whatever, but
Mhm.
we're not that far. Really. Probably the computer or whatever kind of device that we use to make it work. Are there valves in the bottom greenhouse?
Yeah, I think there's even poly run to a few of the beds.
Okay, that's in the high tunnels. That's the very bottom.
Oh, there's no valves. It's the polys run to multiple places in both of the greenhouses or the
High tunnels and greenhouses.
high tunnels. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we've got the poly and shutoffs, but we don't have there's no electricity down there either. So that'll be something to think about.
Okay.
So you're wanting to automate both the center, the greenhouse and the high tunnels?
Eventually, but the bottom greenhouses, that's what's in the middle. That's the first thing for sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, those will be a lot easier
Mhm.
because there's electricity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good.
So cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. Infrastructure and maintenance, infrastructure.
I would like to, one of the next projects too is there's gonna be a bonfire of the wood behind the greenhouses where the up on the top, you know, we have that stack of wood, and that area is gonna be cleaned up here pretty fast. So that we can have a lot more activity right outside the back doors of the greenhouses. Right by the planting tables and whatnot, where the bees are. That area right there, we're gonna turn it into a pretty active part of our sales floor and a place where we can have bonfires, a little, you know, a little place in the middle, but right now it looks trashy because we got all those skids and boards and stuff. But a lot of it's just junk wood. So once we burn that out, we can maybe build like a little thing with stones or bricks. We got plenty of bricks where you can make it a nice little setting area and still have the raised beds with the daylilies all the way around, and then the bed with the medicinal herbs there on the corner. We need to get a hold of Brianna, or somebody take it over maybe if they want to contact Brianna and see if maybe Brianna's not going to be active this year with it. But there is a lot of potential of turning that front into a real inviting area. And I'm also going to talk to the guy that owns the car wash. And, you know, it's messy over there, but I could clean it up in 30 minutes or whatever and make it look good if he'll let us use it for parking. Just tell him, actually, if he lets us use it for parking in the next couple of events that we're planning, we'll just keep it clean for him for a month or whatever. I think he'd be on it because the city's on him about keeping it clean, and there was a dead dog in one of the bays, and now that's been cleaned out. So we'll just be kind of keeping the trash up, but we'll have a parking area and we can clean out that fence line and everything and make it look real good at the front of our place. So that's a maintenance issue too.
We could offer him, also an incentive would be just say we could also just put up a webcam that he could just log into just to check it out without having to drive up here.
Wow, good idea.
Yeah, I mean, they're like $30. And it'd show the back of our property as well, so.
I like that. Very nice.
And now we need to get one on the baby ducks. And we need.
Yeah, I
And
think
then-
people would like to see that.
Yeah,
I always thought a
ducks would get
rooster
more likes
can.
than us.
Say what?
The ducks would get more likes and followers than us.
Probably, definitely. Hi, James. Welcome.
You're muted. Any accomplishments in Black Brags, James?
Uh-oh.
You're froze, James.
Oh, he's back. But he's muted again. And now he's frozen again. And now he's not. There we go. Okay. Go, James.
Don't worry about it.
You're awesome, James. Thank you for being here. Good. Okay, technology is the next committee. We've gone all over the place. What do we want to say about technology? Still don't have a power adapter for that label printer, since one has not shown up by the waves of the universe. I'll probably go ahead and just order one off of Amazon.
I think Levi, did you order one still, or did you refuse it?
It's arriving tomorrow.
Yes. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Levi. And Max got the rolls of labels in his room, and he's gonna start pulling those out, and they are the right kind of labels. And the database is all updated with Latin names. Fulvio did that for us. And I think there's something else going on with the database, but I don't remember what it is right now, but there's something else going on with the database. But no, okay, so that's technology.
No, the what's the grid thing?
So one of the new things is QR codes. We are discovering QR codes this year. And what QR codes enable people to do is to just basically hold their phone up to a QR code, and it like does things on their phone. It like either it does whatever that link behind the QR code tells it to do, like us on Facebook, or we can't necessarily have them subscribe to us on YouTube, but we can at least take them to the channel or something like that. That's how we got the Discord server. We put the link out via a QR code on so people could just do it that way. So yeah, and all the posters that are going up at the greenhouse all have QR codes on them, so people just right there can, as you're walking people through the greenhouse and they're seeing really cool stuff that they love and they're taking pictures and whatnot, if they just want to post those and then snap that QR code or however that works. Levi, you'll have to help me with the order of events there, but it'll like auto, I don't know, I'm thinking magic's gonna happen. Levi, fill me in. How's magic gonna happen?
It's all magic. No, they can yeah, we've got the one for the Antioch Urban Groves Facebook. And so typically what I would do for like my businesses is put the QR barcode for the Facebook and just have them follow us, and just on above the QR barcode say, hey, follow us and tag us in any photos you take, thanks for coming, kind of thing. And people do it. I mean, they really do. Yeah, and then that just their friends see it, and then it just goes viral from there. So it always helps, and yeah, it'll increase the followers, which just exponentially grows. So, yep.
Oh, rad. Mike, thank you, Levi. Michael, what you got, babe?
So I got two things. First off, Levi, I do have an abundance of some technology gear that you may want. It's some old stuff that isn't really used anymore. I have some laptops that I'm personally am trying to figure out how to like completely reset them and get them on out, because I don't need them. I can't sell them, or at least I can't sell them for the price I want. So I might be able to help you with that. Maggie, and to anyone else here, I also have a special treat for everyone who is interested. I am coming into an abundance of imported European chocolate coming very, very soon. Maggie, I actually have 5 bars with your name on them that are waiting for you. I have white chocolate. I have cookies and cream. I have raspberry is not in stock yet, but they will be notifying me once it is ready. I'll be coming across another possible 10 to 12 bars, massive bars of chocolate to anyone who is interested, who needs to pick me up. I know for a damn well fact I could definitely use a pick me up.
Thank you,
So
Mike.
let me share that. You are welcome.
Yay. Looking forward to, with anticipation to when our paths cross and all the stars align, and hey.
Knowing my luck and my chances, I have a very strong feeling that will be happening very soon.
Oh, goody. Good. I'm out of chocolate.
Fantastic.
I ate
I
it.
hope you're hungry.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael.
You are welcome.
Good. Other technology updates. website-y stuff. I still have not gotten James RGB codes, even though I teased him with them on Saturday night. I have not gotten them to him for our logo for the, like, I want to pull the colors from the AUG logo for the colors on the website that James is building. So, but I'm sorry, James, I haven't done that yet. Apologize. And the other committee we have listed is bookkeeping. I'm the only person on that committee, and I can let you know that I haven't done shit in a couple months. So I actually did just instruct our CPA to go ahead and file us an extension for this year, which was actually did that last week. So at least I got that bit done. But other than that,
Well, I can say we are getting some cash flow. So that's just so sweet when you go about 6 or 8 months, not really making any steady cash. You know, everything's just getting ready for the spring season. So cash flow will probably just really go crazy for the next month and a half to 2 months. And that's actually where we make our money to keep things going. But there is a lot of interesting developments in the cash flow world and the funding world that we'll talk more about when we get more understanding. But it really looks just all kinds of really cool things are happening that people are talking 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, where it used to be 3 years, 6 years, 9 years. Now we're talking months rather than years before a lot of this stuff that I think we've been dreaming about is all come together. That's it.
thank you. I saw your message, James. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He can get those from the logo. Okay. That is all the committees. I think, unless anybody has anything else to say, that concludes us for the. Okay. All right.
Love you. See you. Bye.
Bye.